Hey Star Wars fans, buckle up because today we are diving deep into a connection between Star Wars Jedi Survivor and the Mandalorian that you probably missed. We are talking about hidden lore, subtle hints, and a game-changing tie-in that bridges the two stories in ways you never expected. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let's get into it. Before we get into the secret connections, let's quickly establish the timeline. Jedi Survivor takes place in 9 BBY, 5 years after the events of Jedi Fallen Order and roughly the same time as Obi-Wan Kenobi. On the other hand, The Mandalorian kicks off in 9 ABY, which is after the fall of the Empire, putting it decades ahead. At first glance, it seems like these two stories don't overlap, but that's where things get interesting. There are subtle hints, character parallels, and direct references that suggest a deeper connection between Cal Kestis' journey and the events of The Mandalorian. One of the biggest reveals in The Mandalorian Season 3 was the Imperial Shadow Council and their mysterious Project Necromancer. This project hints at the early attempt to bring Emperor Palpatine back, leading to the event of the Rise of Skywalker. Now here's where things get interesting. Jedi Survivor also introduces us to Imperial experiments on Force-sensitive individuals, including cloning and unnatural Force manipulations. The cloning research being conducted in Jedi Survivor is eerily similar to what we see hinted at in The Mandalorian. Cal Kestis have unknowingly uncovered an early stage of what will later become Project Necromancer. The connection here is more than just a coincidence. Both storylines are playing with the same themes of cloning and the forbidden experiments with the Force. Another sneaky connection comes from Greez Dritus and its Cantina in Jedi Survivor. The Pyloon Saloon isn't just a watering hole, it's a central hub for smugglers, bounty hunters, and information brokers. Sounds familiar? That's because it mirrors what we see in the Mandalorian's world of bounty hunting and outer rim dealings. The way Pyloon Saloon operates is similar to places like Nevarro in The Mandalorian. Both locations serve as gathering points for underworld figures tied to larger galactic events. With bounty hunters like the Haitian Brood still active, there is even a possibility that a younger version of a familiar face, maybe a pre-Empire Greef Karga, could have had ties to Greez's operations. Both Jedi Survivor and The Mandalorian explore the idea of Jedi who survived Order 66 trying to find a place in the galaxy. In Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis is one of the few remaining Jedi trying to keep hope alive despite overwhelming odds. In The Mandalorian, we see Grogu, Ahsoka, and even Luke Skywalker representing different paths for Jedi after the fall of the Republic. What's fascinating is that both stories emphasize the idea of hidden Jedi and lost knowledge. In Jedi Survivor, Cal searches for Tanalorr, a secret Jedi refuge that could serve as a safe haven. Meanwhile, in The Mandalorian, Luke is trying to rebuild a new Jedi Order and Ahsoka is searching for lost Jedi secrets. Could Tanalorr have played a role in the secret history of the Jedi during the Imperial era? Did Cal's actions unknowingly influence what later became Luke's quest to rebuild the Jedi? Now here's a deep cut theory. The Zeffo, the ancient force-wielding race introduced in Jedi Fallen Order, could tie into Grand Admiral Thrawn's larger plan in the Mandalorian era. The Zeffo were obsessed with the balance of the Force, and their runes contain ancient knowledge that both the Empire and the Jedi sought to uncover. In Jedi Survivor, Cal continues to encounter mysterious Force artifacts that hint at lost knowledge. In The Mandalorian, we see Ahsoka searching for Thrawn, who in Star Wars Rebels was last seen in the unknown regions. What if Thrawn has been studying Zeffo knowledge all this time, preparing for his return? Could Cal Kestis have inadvertently unearthed something that Thrawn later used to his advantage? Here's the big question. Could we see Cal Kestis make a live-action debut in the Mandalorian timeline? Cameron Monaghan, the actor behind Cal, has already teased that he is open to playing him in live action. Lucasfilm has been expanding the Jedi Survivor story with more media tie-ins, meaning they clearly have long-term plans for the character. If Cal is alive by the time of The Mandalorian, He could play a key role in the larger story of the surviving Jedi and the threat of the Imperial remnant. Imagine if Din Djarin, Ahsoka, or even Grogu crosses paths with an older Cal Kestis. The possibilities are endless. So there you have it, some of the hidden connections between Jedi Survivor and the Mandalorian that most fans may have missed. From Imperial cloning experiment to Jedi sanctuaries, ancient secrets, and even potential live-action crossovers, it's clear that these stories are more intertwined than we first thought. What do you think? Could Cal Kestis appear in the Mandalorian timeline? Did we miss any connections? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Star Wars content. May the Force be with you. Bye bye.